they go for
चलो
glue
चलो
first.
देखते हैं अभी
So they're
अभी
denying the
टूर्नामेंट हो
Afro
रहा है
pick.
ना मोबाइल लीजेंड में टूर्नामेंट तो सब लोग मिल के देखते हैं
The
ठीक है
glue ban is
सब
great.
लोग
So
मिल के
they are
टूर्नामेंट
changing
देखेगा
some very good things. At least now they have a guaranteed first on early game, whoever they get in. Kaja gets banned out. I think the Minotaur will be the ban follow very, very soon.
What about Melissa? Do they leave the Melissa open?
तो
I think they
बेलरिक
still
पिक किया
gotta
यूएंट
ban
ने
it out.
बेलरिक
So
पिक किया
that's
हिरारा
why
पिक किया
I think they're
क्लॉथ
okay
पिक
going
किया
against the Minotaur because now,
अच्छा
hold on, it really depends, all right?
इरपांग ने
If
पकी तो
Airpump
भारत
doesn't ban out the Valentina, why not
भारत
don't
से
care about
मेटा
the
में चल
Minotaur?
रहा है भाई
They can just pick up the
पता
Valentina
नहीं
next.
अभी
But
देख रहा हूँ
If
मेटा में
the
भारत
Valentina
चल
is
रहा है
banned,
देख रहा हूँ
then they
बेलरिक भी
might
चल
have to
रहा है
think
भाई
about that over the
बेलरिक बहुत
Melissa,
ठीक हो
right?
रहा है
Because they
देख रहा हूँ
already have some answers to it. The reason they pick up the Claude is because of that.
I'm more interested in this voice for...
Dude,
Why not though?
this game, trust me, it's going to be a Uranus XP. The Belric will go rogue.
Right? Could be the case, or most likely it is the case. But is there anyone that can... I don't think there's anyone that can replicate the glue, but is the level 4 power spike Belric on the first total that important to Na'Vi to the point where, you know what, let's try to find other heroes aside from the glue in the Rome because we are just that strong when Carson on a Belric.
So you want a hero that's strong before level 4?
Might be the case, but at least like a stable presence in the front line. Nothing too crazy.
Which there isn't because I thought it would be Marcel. Marcel banned out. Just Chip work?
मिनाट होगा अबे मिनाट होगी मेटा में चल रहा है
Yeah,
भाई
the Melissa can be the choice here, but
मिनाट
again,
होगी मेटा में चल
oh,
रहा
if they
है
go Melissa, I think Lapu Lapu shows up. They want to just shred through. Remember that game as well, right?
मिनाट होगी मेटा में चल रहा है
A good choice, especially against the Eudora as well.
Yeah.
If you want a roamer
सब मेटा हीरो
pre-level
ही
4
बैन कर
that's
दिया
strong.
ठीक है अभी देख रहा हूँ भारत और
I think the
बेलरिक
idea is not
मेटा में
who's
बहुत
strong
चल रहा है
for level 4. I think it's just like they're trying to get the Belric
यूडोरा
to
भी मेटा में है
the EXP. It doesn't really matter what they have in Romer. This is gonna be the Hylos again. We're gonna see a second time here today.
For Afro, he's picked up
Brody.
the Valentina Cho and the Rafaela.
ब्रॉडे पिक करेगा
There you go. So they doubled down on the early game.
ब्रॉडे पिक किया
Unlike game
Pata nahi
1 where they
Brody
went for
ki kiya.
safety, but this means no Melissa. And it means I think an Alice would be pretty good too to set the back line, get the Belric, get an Alice, get a Claude to go up all the way there. And then you go for a mid laner. I think like a Farsa, dude. I'm not even joking. Just get some long range artillery. There's no dive.
You know what? You're up against a Eudora and Brody. I think
Right?
I'm digging a bit too deep here. Kadena is playable. Not against Marat though.
Yeah.
पता नहीं
I think
बॉडी
you know
में
what's crazy.
मैं
This is
टूर्नामेंट
really
में
not
बॉडी
bad
यूज
either.
करना
If
मैं
they
देखा
really
ही
want to
नहीं
play long range with Carmilla Rome.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually on board with that, but they have to concede some of the early objectives though, if that's the case. Or
Okay, they go for the easy answer.
Yeah.
Valentina.
Valentina and Esmer.
tell you, man, Esmeralda,
वेलेंटिना एस्मेराल्डा
not Europe.
आप पकड़ो को इस एस्मेराल्डा काउंटर कर लेगा इसी काउंटर कर लेगा
What is left for Audi?
अच्छा पिक है यूएंट का
I think
अच्छा पिक
Matilda
है
is out of the question at this point, especially against Esmeralda.
इरपांग का भी अच्छा पिक है बट ब्रॉडी मेरे को
He's hovering
समझ
towards
में
the
नहीं
port
आया
though.
Yeah, why is he on that? Kaja, Chip, Matilda, that's the only 3 heroes he's played so far.
गोल्ड लेना देखा रहा है चल
Oh,
Fighters? Ruby!
wow. I mean, it's a way to corral.
Technically, Esme Valentina short range. Claude
Yeah,
dives
yeah.
in. Beleric does want that as well. Hirara is also a dive-in hero.
It's not as easy as
Kufra.
it sounds, man. Like Ruby, playing Ruby is like, this is like a high cortisol hero in terms of like, I have to get someone, you know, I have to get, you know, ideally multiple members at once too, to be able to be effective. And chances are you're not going to get that.
It's a big gamble. What do you think, Miracle? Ruby pick for Audi TZ.
It's a playmaking pick, signature pick from back when he was in Rebellion as well. Now he's up against Na'Vi, team that acquired
Dekte kya
Rebellion.
hota
So I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's not really that good of a pick in the meta.
So you don't like it?
चलो
Not
स्टार्ट
too
होगा स्टार्ट
big of
होगा
a
अभी स्टार्ट
fan,
होगा
no.
Especially when the Belloc is the front. What if you get the Belloc too? That's something that you don't really sign up for.
अभी स्टार्ट
And
होगा
then your
सब
whole
लोग
team
देखते
gets
हैं
taunted.
क्या होता है
Like,
पता नहीं ब्रॉडी का टीम हारेगा लग रहा है मेरे
So
को
both Navi again?
I still go
Let's see.
Na'Vi, but this time the early game is up big punch. So it
मेरे
depends
को
on
लग रहा
how
है ब्रॉडी का
Na'Vi
टीम हार
deal with the
सकता
early
है
game. If they win out early game somehow,
ब्रॉडी
guaranteed
किसका
win,
है
I
देख
think.
साइड
But
पे
if Geek Fam get a snowball, oh god, we might see like an 11-minute end.
So will the snowball happen, ladies and gentlemen, for Geek to turn this series around? Already a 1-0 for
रेड टीम
Na'Vi.
ब्रॉडी
Let's head in
ब्रॉडी
over
का
to
टीम रेड
game
टीम है
number 2, Land of Dawn.
ओपी
Here we go.
हीरारा अच्छा कर रहा है हीरारा अच्छा कर
He
रहा
goes
है
straight to the enemy golem. Nobody saw this coming.
भाई हीरारा
This
का
is a good
भाई
steal. I think
क्या
he's gonna get
प्लान है
both, by
हीरारा
the way.
का
If he gets this golem here, he
मस्त
goes
प्लान
to
है
the beetle of Geek Fam up top. Apro, yeah, he's trying to buy as much time as possible. And Doryu, double, just poke. He doesn't go for the beetle. He goes for poke. He takes the mid prio away. And
अच्छा
Nazara,
किया
oh god,
अच्छा ही तो किया
delayed. Free lethal and the beetle. Sorry, and the golem.
He's going to be lagging behind there. So already something that they're trying to secure for themselves. I think he gets console.
Flicker. Oh, this is such a big win for Na'Vi in the
हीरारा
early
लेके
game.
अर्ली गेम में इन्वाइट बहुत अच्छा होता है
At least snowballing for a bit because a boy loses out in mid prio now because it's a
Yeah.
2v1 and Ruby has no flicker. Let's take a look at the envelopes by Bayou. Your Brave Smite from even Apro went Brave Smite. Okay. Yeah, they really are just trying to sustain past the early game, I think. Here, Festival of Blood choice. Nothing too crazy other than those. Yeah.
By the way, like the mid prio for Ruby is actually pretty bad. You don't really trade out damage, especially if you're not
Exactly.
building damage. And
Especially without the custom.
you don't really have that built-in spell either to sustain. It's only that Brave Smite. So there's nothing working out here for Geek Fam. They have to turtle down in their own vicinities.
So I'm wondering what they're going to be playing for, right? They don't really have the rhythm of the early game. The rotations are definitely not in their favor. Are they going to play for Kinziski,
Did he miss that?
which is what
Brody,
they really
Hirara.
want? He misses that,
इन्हें
and
Mlbb में
remember,
rotate
they're
किया
banking
जाएगा
on the fact
अभी
that
टाटल आएगा
Kinziski gets that
टाटल में
early game
जाएगा
snowball. They're not able to do it just yet, and it's frozen in favor of Zayon right now. So if Na'Vi, after this neutral objective, looks for a rotation towards the bottom lane, Kinziski's not going
अभी
to be
टाटल में जाएगा
With this though, Apro is on a Bellaric, so no level 4 for this Bellaric. Cars is the only one that can actually carry this. Doryu though, still testing the waters. He actually stole this one.
हीरारा
though.
टाटल में नहीं आया
That's the
क्या
right play
कहाँ
for
गया
Na'Vi.
Yep. Geek Fam
पता
need
नहीं
to get the neutral objective. They need to get the snowball. Na'Vi just need to
इधर
play
तो
it safe.
जंगल
They
क्लियर
are
कर
doing a
रहा
good
था
job in the bottom lane, and Geek Fam haven't really found a way to punish this bottom lane. The weak side
यूडोरा का
being
अल्टीमेट चुरा लिया
Na'Vi for now, and Doryu.
Yo, 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 yo.
Thank goodness for a boy there. He did walk up.
वैलेंटिना ने
Deadly
यूडोरा का
just
अल्टीमेट
stole
चुरा
the
लिया
bonus round as well. But yeah, it's back to equal footing. Na'Vi doing a pretty good job, just holding things out. That's what you need to do right now against this composition. You do not let Geek Fam snowball from turtle and kills. Let them get the turtle, go for trades around the map. And they've done a good job at the again at kind of stopping that snowball
Geek
because the
सिर्फ
flicker
जीतेगा
burnt out. Apro
कोऑर्डिनेशन देख के लग रहा
Oh
है
my
गेट
goodness,
सिर्फ
a bit too
जीतेगा
much damage than I expected, but first blood goes to RDTZ.
Yeah.
Instead of Nazara. Still a W though.
Oh, Zayon?
He's good. Let's go to boy. 11.5 Thunder's Wrath. So no chance they kill Zayon here, especially with the members down below.
The boy doesn't have hold.
But yeah, you see how much more of a punch they're packing, right? In the early game. That's to be expected. Now at least they're pushing the tempo, trying to get
तुमको क्या
as
लगता
much
है
of a
कौन
lead
सा
as
टीम
possible.
जीतेगा
They're
तुमको
pushing
क्या
down
लगता है
below,
ऑडियंस बताओ
the green camps away from Enthorius
गीक
Hirara.
सिर्फ जीतेगा क्या नावी जीतेगा
But again, I
बताओ
think as long as the gold lead doesn't get past the 3,000 mark for Na'Vi, it's still good.
Just any equal economy is always a W for Na'Vi. Big W, and now Geek is just gonna try to slow things down. And this time around, they have a decent clear and also a decent farming potential, so it should be leading towards Geek when things are dying down like this, especially when you have Valentina on the other side.
You can still kind of see like some pressure though.
Yo, 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 Nazara. Happy
OP
birthday,
OP OP
Nazara.
OP
Doryu with a kill. That's the
OP kill,
snowball they're
OP
looking
kill.
for.
That's the neutralization they're looking for.
Yeah. And now Navi's going to be, claws in onto the objective. The Lord is there. Nazara, 5 more seconds. They want to blitz this. Oh, what a dot!
The flicker weapons Dryad and also everything in the kitchen sink connecting towards Geek but now the oh no! The blazing duet has been cancelled by Marcel. I don't think you should go for this one, but no!
ओपी
Never
बॉडी
mind.
टाटल चुरा लिया भाई
No,
बॉडी
just-
लिटरली बॉडी टाटल चुरा लिया
Yeah.
Beautiful,
उसका
beautiful. Kinziski goes
हाइपर
in,
मर
was
गया
able
था
to
क्या
take down Endoryu, and so
हाइपर मार
they
गया था
leveled the playing field, but the burst from Kinziski on his skills, it was too big, and they were the ones to secure the objective instead. So back to back, Kinziski kind of saved that turtle too.
He's on some
भाई
demon
पहली
timing. I
मैच में
said
जिस चीज
GG
को देखा
because
था
I thought it would
ऑब्जेक्टिव
be 2
क्लियर
kills
करना
for
बहुत
free
अच्छा था
and the neutral objective to Na'Vi. But Geek Fam equalized there as well with a Sky Piercer torn apart memory take from Kenzie. That first item, Sky Piercer, is already paying dividends. He gets a stack instantly, he gets a turret down below, he gets a turtle. The snowball is, oh wait! What a cancel! You see that interaction? Audi TZ with the skill 2. Obviously unintended, but it cancels out the I'm offended from Chizde.
Hey, it is intended.
Sure.
It is intended. Come on.
He knows.
He knows.
God dang, I didn't know that was, an interaction. Your skill 2 can cancel your own stolen ult. That's sick.
I think going on so far, 1.5k for Geek Fam currently. So far, they're owning the bushes, and when you are winning like this with a Eudora, it always feels good,
And a Brody, especially. The Brody will just rotate everywhere now and get turrets. This is why the Brody is so valued by a lot of different teams here. And you can definitely see it utilized by Geek Fam. Now V need to find a trade somewhere on the map. And they go into the bottom lane, but Audi is reacting.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Geek definitely can actually defend this one. Hold on a second, Apro. Half HP, but it's still A-okay because he's a 3. On the TZ though, gonna go into the bushes, but he might, oh my god, paying the price, oh my lord. But Antonio is gonna be the retaliation. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Marcel though, rotating down below.
अच्छा पकड़ा था रूबी अच्छा पकड़ा था
It is a
अच्छा
rover
वैसे
for
पकड़ा रूबी
a very valuable Hirara.
That was really well done. Audi TZ trades his life, but he was able to secure Andoryu before that. And the fact is, once again, Geek Fam take control over the objective. Stolen. After that life, does not even use his invade perhaps later on into Navi's jungle.
A boy needs to be very, very careful now, right? Both Kenzie and a boy, they need to be locked in to dodge away from that Belleric rather than try to flicker later on in the game. Because right now it's still 2,000. Geek Fam need to push that to above 3. That's the threshold that you will be comfortable with this kind of composition. Navi, on the other hand, they did a good job level 1 at stopping the snowball from happening, but after that, not too much. Unfortunately, getting read out, getting beaten out by the proactive rotations of Geek Fam, and I think the biggest difference to this Na'Vi compared to yesterday's Na'Vi when you're up against a similarly early dominant comp was they had a Novaria. They could scout with the Astral Echo at this point of the game. With no Novaria, the Valentina can just survive with Brave Smite.
Yeah, you can also take Moskov into account. That's also a big part of Navi's comeback as well, but it's a Claude right now. Wave clear is still all right for the Claude, but in the grand scheme of things, not really that great for Na'Vi. Audi TZ actually secured his item just now in 8 minutes.
Oof. Yeah. Turret down below though. Kenzie's on it already. This is big if they get a tier 2. Detna's welcome.
Tier 2 taken. And Tori wants to take it.
चलो
Oh my god, he goes
OP,
in.
OP, OP.
Exactly. This is big, boys. This is big. This is a big structure to take.
It's only been 8 minutes, and you can see how many structures that Geek Fam
3-4 का
have
स्कोर हो
already picked
रखा
up
है
for themselves. Second item for Xeon.
Baited the flicker.
रूबी का
That's
अल्टी
huge.
रूबी का अल्टी कॉपी किया क्या
Holy moly, the fate
इसका
in
अल्टी
this
रूबी का
game.
अल्टी हाँ रूबी का अल्टी कॉपी किया
Boy caught lacking.
पता नहीं क्यों किया
All things that are really turning into bigger ones.
पता नहीं रूबी का अल्टी क्यों कॉपी किया
Okay.
God.
Still has the Purify to get away, but it is a resource either way, so Geek Fam will take that as a W as the Lord is about to come up, or already coming up.
And Doryu right now, level 11 compared to Nazara at 12. There is a level advantage for the side of Geek. Xeon is still a item away from his power spike as well. That's the field play.
Oh my
Looking for
god.
something, and Doryu actually gets out.
बार बार हीरा राई पिक हो रहा है भाई
Oh, but it's gonna be Apro though, the one that's gonna be bursted down. A boy with the full ultimate also totem, but
क्या
memory
डैमेज दिया भाई बेलरी को लिटरली
The burst damage is
खत्म
already
बेलरी
enough. Marcel
ओ
getting
भाई
put back on the other side of the wall, but flickers behind.
वेलेंटिना
Still
क्या
survives somehow, some
क्या
way.
लेके आया
Good try though, good try by Jize.
This is a free lord, I feel. Oh, unless Audi.
Yeah, not gonna lie, like, obviously it's not a Poloski's level, but Audi TZ's instinct is actually pretty good.
Yep. That was ridiculous, right? It was just not in range. That could have been a free kill on Sandoryu. Well played
He
though.
saw that.
What?
I think he saw that. I think he saw Andoyu going to the bush. But we might check that later if it's wrong.
definitely get to see it in the replay.
Yeah, भाई.
But as it stands, still complete
Lord
control
ने ले
over
लिया.
from the Geek fam.
और मैं देख
They're
रहा हूँ
pushing that
गिग
top
सिक भाई
lane. We do see
ऑब्जेक्टिव
that
चुराने के लिए
Cars
अच्छा
is
माना जाता है.
perhaps looking for something of a trade.
वो अभी देख भी लिया.
On Apro though, there's a lot of people on towards him. About to try it did connect towards 3, but really not much follow-up coming in for Na'Vi. And
Yeah.
they're hesitating here.
They're -1. Cars is still in the bottom lane trying to buy some time. He was able to get a structure in the bottom side and now he's trying to just... Is he trying to clear this alone? Is that possible?
He's trying to actually bait people to come bot so that they don't destroy his base.
Wait,
This is a
1v1?
I think this is an Esmeralda win.
I'm not sure here.
Asana doesn't have Sea Halberd. No,
Yeah, not yet.
he doesn't win this.
Or he doesn't even want to build that. The Cars is standing strong here.
Yep.
It's gonna be different though when Brody and also the Ruby is coming in. Cars, I think at this point,
But he bought so much time.
gonna sacrifice his life.
Yeah.
One who's gonna get the kill. Who is it gonna be?
They're gonna
I think
beat it.
We can just, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, never
Dude,
mind.
that's
Oh, and they got
control.
something on the other side of the map.
अच्छा
It's
किया,
Marcel
अच्छा
taken
उड़ो
down.
अच्छा किया.
The last hit when there's a Sky Fuser on your Brody, bro.
That's a question that I want to answer,
Okay.
but I can't.
You might not be able to ask the player himself.
Okay. If they
What?
win though, if they lose then.
That is true. See Halberd though for Kenzie, identifying maybe the issue with the Esmeralda. How did Marcel die? Did he get targeted?
Yeah, I mean, he was left all alone, and I have to give props to Na'Vi because they were proactively looking for space on the map while Cars baited everyone bot. He got what he wanted to, what he intended to do. The vision, I saw it, and it was also executed. But how the rest of the team capitalized on that fact was very impressive. They started to regain some control over the map. Got a pick on Marcel. Obviously, things aren't looking good, but it could be worse.
4 seconds before the Lord. Geek has amassed 4K gold lead. That should be good enough already, especially with the long lane control that they've established right here. And all the DZ is trying to set up a trap here. I think Apro so far has been doing this bus checking quite beautifully. Most of the time, he always spots all the DZ as well, vice versa.
I wonder why they opened the top push first. Are they looking for the Brody?
But they're just trying to handle far lane because they're afraid that Geekman might have an ambush up top. That's why they open this way surely. These control pushes, and now, ooh, it's a good move. If you were playing the long game, right? Lord, I don't think Geekman intend to play that way. They're bursting it.
Feels like the onslaught would have been a fight here. Marcel, oh, I don't know about that. That's a big resource to burn. Apro though with the conceal.
The Lord.
Trying to get the flicker play, but no, the Lord's gonna be taken down by Nazawa first. On the Disney body mortality, getting an I'm offended on towards Cars. But now Cheesy just pulling air. Unfortunate, but now Geek Fam, I think they're happy with that lack of trade. It's only a Lord for themselves.
It looks like Na'Vi were trying to do something, but like they were running out of time. Geek Fam, they were already able to shred the Lord, take it out for themselves, and
Cars.
before Andoryu, was able to find anything in the mid lane, it looked like he was trying to set up for a trap with Afro. But yes, Cars again doing work for his team, similarly to Kevin in that first match. They should be able to get a tower in the top side. Wait a second, Jiste?
Hold on, Jiste might be a bit too deep right there. That's a lot of HP burn. But now Nazara going for Apro, also the Munch as well. Apro, does he have enough HP to actually survive? No, the chain CC was beautiful from RDTZ. But now only 4 left for Na'Vi. The wave is still coming again in the mid lane. Can they actually do it this time? Kaczynski is still hitting from the back line. Andoryu with the iframes, with the immunity. But now the wave has been cleared. Oh my goodness, this is a big I'm offended by GZ. RDTZ super low. But that's the healing for the wave side. And also the mortality has been popped. Andoryu still somehow trying to find a way to get in. But that is going to be it. Geek Fam though, they still have some waves up top. Do they want to use it again?
They're opening up the vision, they're opening up the map, but do they want to look for something else for themselves? Andoryu is in a very aggressive position, but they decide otherwise. They still play the disciplined game and they still go back. Na'Vi successfully go for the clear after a beautiful play coming from Cars as well as Afro. And it's going to go to the reset. Is this another Lord dance that they both have to fight for?
The thing is, Geek Fam aren't playing a Lord dance. They're just going straight up Lord fight, right? They're going for either you come here 5v5 or we take the Lord for free. And that's why earlier when Andoryu built a slow push up top. I'm saying that would be good if it was a Lord Dance, if GeekFam intended to play it slow. But with this comp, you never want to play slow. You want to play as fast as possible. Scaling for Na'Vi, I mean, I guess it's still there, right? They still have a Claude that scales, an Omega soon with Nature already. But some of them are so behind that they don't have items to deal with the burst of GeekFam, and that's where it becomes really problematic. That's why maybe for me, I would have loved to see the Uranus over the Esmeralda here. Cars, he needs to start really pressuring the back.
For the Esmeralda, yeah, and consistently fought the win as well, so he's got to be very successful from now on. But I'm not really a superstitious guy, but I feel a little suspicious. Yeah, you know, the first game 7-0 for Kansas until the last moment. He hasn't died so far. What are you saying here? What's saying here? I'm feeling like deja vu is not gonna be good for GeekFam. Oh man, no, it's not yet. First death might be. Oh my god. The nail is dropping, but afterwards he's trying to set up a push here. Oh, no, no. Oh, wow. Today one is the question now, though. And Oshondoyo he'll landing towards the back. The other one, none of that. Oh, now all busy on the bushes. Mid lane. Marcel the front line still taking some damage. 15k on the Lord. It's Doyu first to the one again. It's gonna be 50. Doyu low. Marcel Ball a lot of damage for the time. But all these oh, he did that Marcel down. Now Marcel the front liners of GeekFam, they are willing down, but now we get the Lord, and that should be good enough for them to build on.
That was so well played by Na'Vi.
Wow.
How did they achieve that? Andre wins the 55th on Retribution against Nazara. So a little bit of a revenge act from game number 1. How did Na'Vi play so well? It looked like their trap to work. The Andre after trap in the bottom lane. Zara's not coming.
Dude, that was so well played. Afro positioning as well. It was 50 at the end of the day, but God, Afro made Nazara think about so many things, right? Even the drive and the initiation. And yeah, one check. I think it was anything cool by Nazara, the ult into the bush. Really good stuff. I think almost for Na'Vi, they hesitated because they were thinking if we utilize all our resources, the rest of the drive, taunt on Pahito, his role going to win. So they learned from game rule not to mess with kill. In the end, they got a better position because of that. They got the toggle to go up or down below rather, so that Claude hit Valentina, get position. Esmeralda could also push drop. That led to them, I think, almost making the gold lead irrelevant. It's not relevant just yet. I think it's still a little bit of relevance, maybe in mid lane, right? Boy and Valentina is a. I wish there was more items, but that's about it. Wow, but the target, I don't know if we have absolute trouble to get towards that goal, but very good now. Now Zara is looking to join the fight. I don't think he can chase this one unless consistent. Easy, but still, nothing can be found there. The push to Na'Vi.
That's another stack from ZT, by the way. Just one more. I mean, we picked up the Lord early. Obviously, they're trying to equalize as much as possible, but they weren't even able to touch anything but the turret. So they're going to still stand for GeekFam as compared to Na'Vi, who's missing 2. So still in favor of GeekFam right now.
You have to take into account though that ours were purified. Oh, this is not what to let him go hard. And you know, never mind. Zara does not have enough resources to land the final jab. And they baited a flicker from Alvi easy. That is one of the main initiating tools of GeekFam for a purify on the front line. I think that's a good trade at the end of the day. But again, for GeekFam, going to look to burst this down. 10 seconds more today off. It's trying to wave bottom lane first, but he will be very, very late to the skirmish. Oh God, what position? GeekFam, they first it down now. I think they do it. It's oh God, I forgot. For some reason, I thought we were still like 15-minute mark. This game has been really good. Oh, Abby! Once again, I'm so understating that. I'm offended, but all the resources have been burned. This might be a window for Na'Vi. That's why he's very aggressive currently, but it looks like it's just going to be a waiting game right now. Roto. Open the budget. Odyssey does not have the ultimate just as still on cooldown. Lord, Alpha 1 HP. Martel. Back to what she's oh my god! Also against Time is on to the Giant! And he's taking the board! But now Mars taking down, or taking down some members of Navi as well. Navi is so bad right now. Cars still finally taking damage. This is not enough HP to survive this one. Still trying to have Tommy center around that. Odyssey avoid. Just take down this center and keep them. A very chaotic team fight. Will be able to secure number 2 in the 20th minute.
Back-to-back long games between both of these teams every single time. It goes to the very end. In round of 23, now it's 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Going to game number 3.
Oh my god. Another fantastic skirmish by Geek Fam to win it out late in the game. Oh, I would love to just be ripped again, man. That was so masterfully played from both these teams. I don't even know who to give the MVP to. They were playing out of their minds, everybody doing the job really, really well. How many TZ was set towards the end as well. Great scoring. And CZ though with carry potential on Brody, they struggled to get game 2 now with early game pick. Helping out an early game. Oh, for me, the question mark is still that last SJ pick. Everything looked okay until the SJ pick because clearly they weren't able to really utilize that Esmeralda. The race would have been able to tank up a little bit more. Yes, you would have been able to get some more damage. This would want need for the SJ, but this is what started it. Stay on over that popping with nature, going back to this 2, but could have changed any items that he knocked up by the Hey Lord. The fam they felt that before game. Damn, that's still very, very well played, man. As in those skirmishes, the boys just constant pulling off his execute. This Esmeralda couldn't withstand the damage at the end of the day. Well played, Big Fam. You cannot be mad, even if you're a Navi fan, that game played out the way it did, because Navi did all they could to withstand, to hold, and Geek Fam did all they could at the game to get back control of the game that they had very early on.
It all came back down to, that final award push for sure, but yes. Congratulations. It's so important because Zeon in that final award fight, I thought he was gonna die like 3 times. He dodged everything up until Mr. Lordman was like, no, I'll take things in my own hands, and then he gets knocked up, and then he gets killed in that position. But if Navi won that, man, they on that team fight. Oh,
Yeah, it's been too close though.
so good.
Almost a 2-0 win for Navi. Geek Fam somehow, some way, still will get it down. Let's get it done. Yeah, I think we'll give my vote for all the DZ sort of time because that was amazing.